go. Okay, welcome to our live today. For anyone who is new again, I am Chelsea. I am the Naturopath and Nutritionist here at SBN. I'll be conducting most of these lives. You may see me in some of our past lives. But yeah, as we said last week, we have changed up the formula. So now we'll be doing 10 to 15 minute mini lives around lunchtime a couple of times a week. So welcome to today's Thursday, and we will be talking about men participating in a detox. So this is something that we've decided to cover because we do get asked a lot. It's quite common for, particularly when men have seen their partners or their family members or friends or whoever else experience such great weight loss with their SBN detox programs, we often get questions about whether or not men can participate. So quick answer is yes, men can do our detoxes. There's a few more kind of important points to cover when it comes to men doing detoxes. So let's just jump straight in. First of all, I do just want to give a quick kind of shout out to the women who are doing their detoxes alongside men. It is almost always the case that men lose more weight and they lose it quicker. It's just the way it is. They're a lot bigger than us. They have more to lose. Their metabolisms are naturally a little bit faster. They've naturally got a bit more muscle mass that's then going to burn up those extra calories and that extra weight a little bit quicker. So I think it's really important for both men and women to remember that they are on their own journey. They're going to experience their own results. So try not to compare yourselves. Try not to compare yourselves to anyone, really. It is something that we like to remind people of in our group as frequently as we can. If anyone's in our private Facebook group, we're all on our own journeys. It's really important to remember that. So don't compare yourself, particularly not to someone of a different gender. The main thing to know that when men do our program is that they are going to need different portion sizes. Like I just said, there's more of men than there are of women. Their metabolisms are different. Their hormones are different. There's so many differences. So the portion sizes that are in our women's program aren't necessarily going to be right for men. So if you are a man, or if you have a man in your life who wants to participate in one of our detoxes, we don't currently have like a set portion size for men. There are a couple of reasons for that. First of all, really because we do in the works have a men's program. It will be coming at some stage, probably not for a little while. So that will it'll be very, very similar to the women's program, but there will be some differences. And that will be where the portion sizes have been a lot more calculated, I guess, but for the moment, calculated for the masses, I guess, for the moment, because it's not as common and it's not its own set program, we do say that it's best for men or women with men in their lives to contact me directly or to contact SBN, and they'll get you in touch with me and we'll come up with a personalized portion size. It's pretty easy. I'll just ask you what the particular man's height and weight is normally, what kind of movement they do. So if they do any exercise, like intense exercise, or if they have an active job, and then we'll figure out some portion sizes from there. So it is really important to make sure that men aren't eating the same portions as women, because it's just not appropriate. We really don't want to make sure that we are depriving men or depriving anyone, really. But those portions really will not meet the demands or the needs of a man's kind of physiology. So basically it is the same products, the same food structure, but with the different portion sizes. Also, because the portion sizes are different, in some cases the men may be anywhere from like double the women's portions to even more if they're active. That does mean that men may have a bit more kind of ability to spread their portions out over the day a bit better. So some men may choose to eat breakfast. They may kind of half one of their protein portions, for example. So instead of having, a whole, whatever the portion size may be, of yogurt at lunch, they might do half and half and have half of that yogurt blended in with some berries as a smoothie for breakfast. So just an example of kind of how you can structure the men's eating a little bit different, because men actually, although do in general really suit fasting a lot more than women do. Personal choice though, if men want to eat breakfast, there's a little bit more leeway to be able to do that within their portion sizes. So I also really want to quickly touch on the detox products. So like I said, men will be doing the exact same program, just with different portion sizes. So it means that they will be using the detox drops and patches, the exact same ones that women will be using. And even one day when we do have a reformulated or a specifically formulated men's program, a lot of these overlaps will still occur, because the current ingredients in our detox drops and patches are really great for both men and women. So not only do they enhance fat loss and fat burning, they also really help to balance out sugar and carb cravings, which is something that men and women both struggle with. Supports different detoxification channels and processes. So not only via the colon, which is what a lot of the older school like tea detox, more laxative type detoxes do. This also really targets the liver, the lymphatic system, other channels of elimination as well. Specifically restores and protects the liver. And then it also helps to increase energy and stamina, as well as a bit of cognition and mood, and helps to regulate stress and anxiety. So again, that is something that's really specific for both men and women. We find that a lot of our clients tend to have that as a health goal. Cardiovascular health, nourishes skin, mental capacity, but also helps to promote muscle recovery. So this is really important. I think a lot of men in general do have quite different physique and health and fitness goals to what women do. Obviously, there are lots of people, men or women, who have the exact same goals. But in general, we do find that men do tend to want to hang on to muscle mass or even build more muscle mass. And just on that note, muscle mass is so important for both men and women. But naturally, men do have a little bit more muscle. So it does tend to be a slightly larger goal. And I guess even when it comes to, it's really important that we have detox goals outside of just our physical appearance. But when it comes to physical appearance, it does tend to be more of a goal of men to keep muscle. And our detox drops and patches do have ingredients that are specific for helping with muscle recovery, but also supporting kind of muscle growth and preventing any muscle breakdown. So one particular ingredient is L-arginine. L-arginine is really specific for nitric oxide kind of development, which is really important for helping vasodilation. So it basically means that more nutrients and oxygen can get to our muscles so that they can function and recover better. There's been a lot of research that's found that arginine and the flow-on effect it has with nitric oxide, and as well as human growth hormone, has really positive effects on the quality and the mass of our muscles. So that's one big reason that that this program and the products are really specific for men as well, because not only will they be helping to burn more fat, they'll also help you have more energy, better mental function and cognition, and also help to support that really important muscle mass. Again, as I said, muscle mass is very, very important for women. That is also why this ingredient was included in the first place. Another really important thing to remember is that muscle mass burns more calories than what fat or no fat does. So basically, the more muscle you have on you, the faster your metabolism is going to be, which is a really key benefit of having these particular ingredients in our detox drops and patches. So we're not just boosting the metabolism directly, I guess, but also building up the body's reserves to be able to continue with that kind of burning and weight maintenance long after you're off this particular detox program. Another kind of thing to remind everyone, I guess, is that on our detox programs, it comes with our big list of approved foods. So there's proteins, vegetables, fruits, snacks, sweet and savory condiments, all those kind of things that you'll be eating throughout the entire day. And I think it's really good to remind people that that is the case, because it makes it so much more flexible to be able to eat the foods that you want. So we do find that a lot of people can tailor this to their families really, really well. I personally, when I was doing the active detox with the rest of the team, I would make a dinner and I could easily adapt it to my partner, because I just give him, the full carb wraps or the bigger wraps, or give him more portions or whatever it was. So you can do the exact same thing in your own home if you, as a man, are detoxing with your female partner or with a female friend or housemate or whatever it may be. But even if you're doing it alone, which obviously a lot of women do the detoxes alone, there's lots of support. You can join our men's Facebook group. Even if you are doing it alone, you have complete choice over which proteins you want to be eating. So you may love steak, you may hate steak, you may be vegetarian, you may love fish, you may be allergic to shellfish, whatever it may be, you get to pick whatever protein portions suit you best. Same with vegetables, you get to pick 2 different types of vegetables to eat every day. Then there's also a couple of unlimited vegetables and herbs and spices. So I think that's really important to note, is that if you are someone who has tried but absolutely hates Brussels sprouts, which I used to be that person, and then I somehow started loving them. So there's hope for everybody. If that's you, you don't have to eat them. That's totally okay. You can pick another approved vegetable. So really important to know that there is a lot of flexibility within the program, both for men and for women. So I hope this information helps. If you are a man, or if you have a man in your life who's really wanting to do an SBN detox, maybe you've seen the amazing results from your partner or your friends or your family members, please do get in contact with us. So you can contact me directly. I'm Chelsea. I'm the nutritionist and naturopath here, by emailing nutrition@slimbynature.com.au. I will also put that in the little description. Otherwise, you can get in contact with any of our team, and they'll be able to either help you themselves or pass you on to me, and I'll be able to give you some personalized portion sizes for men to complete our detox. So, as always, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to comment them below and we'll come back to them later. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next week. We actually are going to be doing something really exciting pre-Easter. One of our Facebook Lives will be a little cooking demo. So in advance, we might send out some ingredients that you'll need, and then you can all play along at home. All right, have a lovely day. Thanks.